embarrass Renee.
That's usual,
As I've told you before, Renee's probably not the best bowler in the world. What's your average this year, Renee?
100.
About 100, 101. So we have a deal that if she bowls a 125 or higher, I give her $5. Or if she gets 3 strikes in a row, which is called a turkey, she also gets $5 for that. I don't know if she'd had, I think last week was your first turkey this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the last game last week, I think about the 7th, 8th, and 9th frame, Renee had a turkey. So I started to give her the $5, and I said, well, no, I'll just give you 10, because I know if you got a turkey, you're going to break 125. And she did. She had a 158. Okay, let's get into this now. The title of this message is Heaven Real? And of course, I told Bill that, and that's the reason we had that video there. He came up with that for us. And I just want to let you know the enemy worked real hard this week to keep me from bringing this message. So I can only assume that there's somebody here that really needs to hear it. I want to thank the men's Bible study for their prayer support in this. It really did help. There was this Christian man, and he was talking to Jesus. And he said, you know, Lord, when I get to heaven, I'd like to bring something with me. And Jesus said, well, everything you need is already there, so you don't need to bring anything to heaven. But the man persisted, and so Jesus said, okay, well, you've been a good Christian for many years, so you can bring one thing to heaven with you. So when the man died and he went to heaven, he had a suitcase with him. And Peter met him at the gate and said, well, your name's on the list, you can come in, but you can't bring that suitcase. And the man said, well, Jesus said I could. So Peter said, well, since the Lord said you could bring that in, I guess it's okay, but I'm going to have to see what's in the suitcase. So they opened the suitcase, and it had several bars of gold. And Peter got a puzzled look on his face and said, well, I don't understand. Why would you bring pavement? Just imagine, we think of gold as such a valuable thing, but in heaven it's just pavement. Can you imagine what the rest of heaven looks like if we're going to be walking on the streets of gold? Well, what does Jesus have to say about heaven? There's a lot in Scripture about it, and I'm going to go through a few verses with you here. One thing that Jesus said about heaven is that it's paradise. When he was on the cross in Luke 23:43, Jesus tells the thief on the cross that today you will be with me in paradise. So let's look at a few other verses where Jesus talks about heaven. We'll start with Matthew 6:20. Actually, I'll start with 19. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Well, we know there's no thieves in heaven, and we don't have many possessions in heaven, but we won't have to worry about them being stolen, right? Let's look at Luke 10. Luke 10 and verse 20. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. So what does that mean? That means if we're a believer, our name is already written in heaven. So that's where our eternal home will be, and our name is already there. And in John 14:2, to start in John 14:1, let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Also trust in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you. I am going there to prepare a place for you. So he's preparing a place for us now. And he's been doing that for 2,000 years. So can you imagine how beautiful that's going to be? It's taking him 2,000 years to prepare that place for us. And one more in Matthew. We'll go back to Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. So what is Jesus saying there? The only way to enter through the narrow gate is through Jesus. That's why he says only if you find it, because most of the world has rejected Jesus or will reject him. About 3 or 4 years ago, there was a movie that came out entitled Heaven is for Real. Now, I'm sure some of us have seen that, and probably not everybody here has. So if you haven't seen it, I'm about to ruin the movie for you. There was a family, there was a pastor and his wife, and they had 2 little children. The little girl was about probably 7 or 8, and the little boy was 4. And both children got the flu at the same time. And the little girl got better in about 3 days, but the little boy, he just kept getting worse and worse, and finally his fever got so high that they rushed him to the hospital and found out that his appendix had burst. He was only 4 years old. So they couldn't really tell him what kind of pain he was having, but they got him there just in time, and they took him in for surgery right away. And during the surgery, the mom was, of course, calling friends for prayer. The dad was in the chapel yelling at God, saying, "Don't you take my son." After he pulled through, obviously, and a couple of days later, the dad and the boy were at a playground, and the little boy said that he'd gone to heaven. And he saw Jesus, and Jesus had a horse. And the dad said, "Well, you didn't die. You didn't go. You couldn't have gone to heaven because you didn't die." And the little boy persisted, saying that he had gone to heaven. The angels had sang to him, and he saw Jesus, and that Jesus had a horse, and it was amazing there. So this went on for 2 or 3 days, and the pastor was really confused. Couldn't understand how his son had gone to heaven. And he said, "Dad, when they were operating on me, I saw the doctor working on me, and then I saw you yelling at God, and I saw Mommy praying." And this really confused the dad, and he was really struggling with this, so he started looking up near-death experiences on the internet and things like that. A couple of days later, the little boy said, "You know, Dad, I saw your grandpa in heaven. Didn't you call him Pop?" And he said, "You saw Pop in heaven?" So he got a picture out of Pop, and it was an old grandpa picture, and he said, "No, that's not him." Then he got a younger picture out. He said, "Yeah, that's Pop. Everybody's young in heaven." Well, it goes on, and the pastor's struggling, and his sermons are getting worse because he's struggling with this, and the church is starting to wonder what's going on with this family. Then one day he showed the little boy pictures of Jesus that we've all seen. He said, no, that's not him. That looks like the clothes he would wear, but that's not his face. Finally, they finally realized that he had really gone to heaven when close to the end of the movie, the little boy comes in, and his mom's doing laundry, and he says, "Mommy, did you know I have a sister?" And the mom said, "Well, yeah, Cassie's your sister." And he said, "No, I have 2 sisters." He said, "Didn't you have a baby die in your tummy?" And she said, "Well, how do you know that?" And the little boy said, "Well, when I went to heaven, this little girl came up to me and wouldn't stop hugging me. And she said she was my sister. And she died in your tummy, but she didn't have a name. And he said, didn't you name her? And she said, the mom said, no, we didn't know it was a girl. And of course the mom's crying at this point. So I guess they finally started believing him at this point. And right at the end of the movie, the dad had been researching these near-death experiences, and at the same time this little boy had his, another girl on the other side of the world had a similar experience, and she was an artist and had painted a picture of Jesus. And the dad's looking it up online, and it's a picture of Jesus there, and the little boy comes up and gets a stunned look on his face and says, that's him. And the dad said, that's who you saw in heaven? And the little boy said, yeah, that's what Jesus looks like. So I thought that was pretty good, and that was based on a true story, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that before. Okay, so now, if we believe that heaven is real, here's the part I don't like preaching, but we have to admit that hell is also real. The Bible also has a lot to say about hell. And trust me, this is a place we all want to avoid. Let's look in Luke chapter 16, verses 19 to 25. There was a rich man who was dressed in purple and fine linen and lived in luxury every day. At his gate was laid a beggar named Lazarus, covered with sores and longing to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Even the dogs came and licked his sores. The time came when the beggar died, and the angels carried him to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. In hell, where he was in torment, he looked up and saw Abraham far away with Lazarus by his side. So he called to him, Father Abraham, have pity on me, and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water to cool my tongue, because I am in agony in this fire. But Abraham replied, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, while Lazarus received bad things, but now he is comforted here, and you are in agony. And besides all this, between us and you, a great chasm has been fixed, so that those who want to go from here to you cannot, nor can anyone cross over from there to us. And in Matthew 25, verses 41 through 46. Then he will say to those on his left, Depart from me, you who are cursed, into eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? And he will reply, I tell you the truth, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. Then they will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life. My intention here is not to scare anybody. It's just stating facts from the Bible here. In Revelation 19 and 20 refers to hell as a lake of fire. Anybody who's been burned, even a little bit, knows that this is not something that we want. Jesus has spent 2,000 years preparing our eternal home. Can you imagine how beautiful it's going to be? If you ever want to get a picture of what that heaven is going to look like, you can read Revelation 21. It's a human description, but it really sounds amazing. And in that movie that I was telling you about, the little boy just kept saying how amazing heaven was. Just because we can't see something doesn't mean it's not real. I can't see the wind, but I know it exists because I see its results. I can't see God, but I can see His creation and the beauty He shows us in many ways. Satan knows his future is in the lake of fire, and his goal is to take as many as possible with him. So we don't just pray that none of us let him succeed in that. There's an easy path to eternal life with God. It's narrow, but it's an easy path. Believe that Jesus died for you. Accept that He did that. Repent, confess, and be baptized. Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? But how many people reject that? A lot of people do just because I have some friends that I've been trying to get to come to church ever since in the last 2 years, and I think it's because they're afraid they're going to have to change their lifestyle. But they just don't know that how good the Christian lifestyle can be. And I try to pray for them, but it's just not working yet. But I'm not going to give up. So on one side, the lake of fire, other side is heaven. Now what is the pathway that leads to heaven? It's the cross of Christ. Where we spend eternity is a choice. People believe that God sends people to hell, but we make the choice ourselves. So I pray that everyone here chooses heaven, and all of our friends and family too. I just feel like I'm being really negative here, but I want to get the point across. The pain and suffering of eternal fire is terrible, but I believe eternal separation from God is actually worse. The cross of Christ is the narrow path to eternal life. Is heaven real? Yes, I believe it is. I think we just proved that right here in the Bible, the Word of God. And I can't wait to see it. We're going to do an invitation song here in a minute. And if anyone here is not sure where their eternal home is or has any other type of prayer request, you can come down and sit beside me up here, and we will pray and we'll talk. And please don't hesitate, because if you feel the need, we're here for you. I'm sorry if I came down a little hard on this hell talk, but I just want everybody to realize that heaven is the choice that we should make. So let's do our invitation song. Any prayer requests or needs of any kind, please come down and sit beside me at this time. Something else I forgot to mention about heaven is, before we pray for Ralph, is that we all have a perfect body there. There's no more sickness, no more pain, and no more tears. Let's pray for Ralph and then we'll close. Lord, I know what Ralph's going through because I lost my joy earlier this year and late last year. It's easy to let Satan take our joy from us. But we know that we can get it back. We put our trust in you fully. I just pray for everyone here. I'm sure there's a lot of other people here that are going through the same thing that Ralph is, where we let our joy be stolen from us. We can only get it back through your love. And we just thank you for that. Lord, I thank you for everyone here today, and I pray for Diane's family, that they will be able to get through this next week. It's going to be a rough week for them. But with your help, they can get through this. And they will. Lord, the older we get, the more funerals we go to. And Lord, it's sad sometimes, but we can also rejoice if we know that person's with you. Please bless us as we go through this following week, coming week, Lord, in Jesus' name.